So anyway, yeah, like I've mentioned in the post that I've made, that all of y'all saw, what we're going to be doing today is a practice that is designed to bring about a revelation. And to be more specific, like I said about revelation, it's a revealing of what is actually the case and what has always been the case about who we are. And when you're talking about who we really are, you're obviously talking about who we are as God created us, not the temporary, imagined dream figure that we're walking around as, thinking that we are this dream figure. The revelation reveals to you who you really are in the original state and beyond the dream, outside of the dream, which is why we also call revelation awakening. In Buddhism, it's called awakening. And so myself and Trevor, we don't just practice Course in Miracles. We also learn from Buddhist teachings, and so it's the exact same thing. So when you awaken, your true nature is revealed completely for the first time. And so that's what we're going to be doing today. And oh, poor Sherry, having trouble getting into the meeting. So what we're going to be looking at in this practice is okay, everyone's here now. Okay, so this is discussed many times in the book, in the course, but the main practice and the main thing that we're instructed to do is to join with the Holy Spirit and to look at the ego thought system. Because as you know, Jesus talks about there's two thought systems. There's the ego thought system and there's the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit is basically our connection with God and with our original and natural state as God created us. And so what the Course tells us is that one of these is true, one of these thought systems is correct, and involves correct perception, and that's the Holy Spirit thought system. And this is also means the same thing as who we really are is the Holy Spirit. And then there's this imposter thought system that we're basically trapped in, and that's the ego thought system. And so as long as we are believing in the ego thought system, we're also trapped in it and limited by it, and we can't see, because we're not joined with the Holy Spirit, we can't let the Holy Spirit sort out what's true from what's false. So we only see this, basically the idea of what's going on in our lives that's projected by the ego thought system. So what we're going to do today in this whole practice is exactly what the Course in Miracles talks about in many different sections. I don't bring any quotes out today, but we could go over quotes if y'all want to later. But when you join with the ego thought, or I'm sorry, when you join with the Holy Spirit and you look at the ego's thought system, the Holy Spirit is able to see the illusion as an illusion. The Holy Spirit always sees correctly and it knows the truth. So when you look at the Holy Spirit, when you look at the ego thought system while joined with the Holy Spirit, you see that it is an illusion and that the truth is the Holy Spirit. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. And I guess we'll just go ahead and get started. So we are going to start by asking Jesus to join us today. And when we invite him to be here with us, and I like to imagine him actually coming into the room where I am and sitting here with us. So inviting Jesus to come and take a seat with us. And when he does that, he's sharing his presence, his state of mind, and his clarity, and bringing it into our mind. So since Jesus is completely merged with the Holy Spirit, he's helping us see that for ourselves. He's illuminating our mind and the Holy Spirit thought system in our minds. So we just need to be open and receptive to feeling his presence. So, dear Jesus, I'm asking you to please join us here today and to share your mind with us, to share your love, to help guide us, keep us on the right path, keep us true to ourselves, keep us true to our purpose of finding out who we really are, finding out our true nature, and also the true nature of all of our brothers and sisters. And I'd just like to ask for you to help us all and to grant us your blessings, watch over us. To give us strength and courage to look at the ego thought system. So all we have to do is ask for Jesus to join us, and he always answers with his presence. So all you have to do is just be open to that feeling of his presence. And just open yourself, open your body, your mind, and your heart, and just be receptive, like soaking in the rays of the sun. And we're coming to Jesus with sincerity in our hearts because we know that we're suffering. We know other people are suffering. And so we're very honest about why we're here. And Jesus can feel that when it touches your heart, and we're not just here messing around. We really want to be healed. And that's exactly what he responds to. So find that feeling in your heart that you really know that you want help and that you need help, and that we're open to hearing the answer. And it's in that space of being open, honest, and receptive. That's how Jesus will reach out to us. And so let that openness fill your whole body and the whole room that you're sitting in. And if you feel love and devotion for Jesus, that's best. And if you do, just see if you can find that feeling and touch it. And I know we all have immense gratitude for everything that he has taught us, for giving us the course, and for his continued guidance every day. Whenever we ask for it, he's always there. So feeling that gratitude, and feeling the gentle shower of his blessings. So moving into the practice today, the first step that we're going to do is joining with the Holy Spirit. And we're already most of the way there with Jesus's help. So like I mentioned, Jesus is fully established in the Holy Spirit. And so with his blessings and his presence already filling our minds, we've already established the Holy Spirit thought system, but we're going to look at it a little further now. It's important to identify what the Holy Spirit is and what it feels like in our personal experience, because it's also our true nature, just like Jesus is established in the Holy Spirit. It's also our natural state as God created us. So we need to learn how to touch that and find it in ourselves. So we're going to start by just continuing to relax our body as much as possible. And so we want to let our breathing settle naturally into a natural rhythm. And we can imagine relaxation filling our body as we breathe in, and tensions leaving the body as we breathe out. And as we relax, we're going to slowly feel more of a sense of openness in the body. So any tensions that we feel in the body, we're going to just look at those and let them release. We don't need to push them or pull them or try to get rid of them. We just let go of them and let them dissolve. And as we let go of the tensions in our body, we're going to start to look and feel the open space that's there. So we're just going to feel, we can feel our skin, and we can feel inside of our skin how it's just open and clear. An open and clear spaciousness without any walls or borders. And we can even, again, if we find the skin, we can feel our skin, but we can also feel how the space inside the skin, again, is an open space. And we can put our minds outside of our skin too and feel that it's the same open space. So we're just finding that feeling of relaxed spaciousness. Now let's put our attention on the head area, and we're going to relax the whole head. Relax the whole space of the head, letting any tensions drain out. Putting our attention on the area where the brain is, just let all the tensions leave and feel the space open up. Relaxing our forehead, relaxing our eyebrows, relaxing our eyes, relaxing our eyelids, relaxing our mouth, relaxing our jaw, and feeling the clear open space in our head that's free of any tensions. Continuing to breathe naturally. Continuing to relax the whole body, letting any gripping or holding, we can just watch it and let it release. We're not judging it. We're not trying to push it away. This is an effortless relaxation. And we should be feeling an increasing sense of openness. So as we're learning about the Holy Spirit right now, we also can see that we are aware of what's going on. As we look inside of our body and feel inside of our body, we know what it feels like. And that's because the Holy Spirit knows. So find that feeling, the feeling of knowing what it feels like to feel our bodies, knowing what it feels like to have attention that releases, and that knowingness, that awareness fills the whole body, and it fills the space outside of the body too. There's no borders on the awareness, the knowing. It fills the whole space. And finally, the Holy Spirit that we're joining with right now, that's free of any judging, which means it's free of any holding, pulling, or pushing, accepting everything exactly as it is, but also being aware of everything as it is. The Holy Spirit is also completely stable, unchanging. So that clear, knowing openness is completely even, covering everything. There's no place in our body or outside of our body that isn't a part of this Holy Spirit. So it's completely stable and pervasive. And as we're feeling our whole body relaxing, we might be able to feel that we're very grounded and stable and feeling clear, not blurry, not tense, but just relaxed, open, and grounded. So let's just, again, bring our awareness to our whole body and take a note of what it feels like right now. Join with the Holy Spirit. Notice that there's no gripping or holding. There's no trying to do something. There's no pushing or pulling. We're just relaxed, grounded, and aware. And we're not like a stone. Our bodies are alive. and we can feel the aliveness. So now that we've joined with the Holy Spirit, we're going to now bring in the ego thought system and mix the two. So the way that we're going to do that is I'm going to ask everyone to repeat what I say. I'm going to say I. So go ahead and repeat after me. I, I, me, me, mine, mine. So we're bringing in our own personal ego thought system that's based on the thought of I, the personal I. So when we're saying I, we mean me, who you take yourself to be. Let's do it again and try to put some oomph into it, because we're really trying to bring in the ego thought system that is very personal. I, 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 me, 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 mine, mine, mine. We're going to do it one more time. I, 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 me, 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 mine, mine, mine. So now we've brought in the ego thought system, and our only job now is to just observe it. So we're looking for, what does it feel like? What does this thought feel like? Where is it? If it's in the body, where is it located? What is its texture? Does it have a shape? Does it have a thickness? Is it heavy? Is it light? Whatever it looks like, if it has a color, a shape, a sound, we're just investigating this ego thought system and the core thought of I. And when I say we're investigating it, I mean we're just looking at it. We're not doing anything to it. We're certainly not pushing it. We're not trying to make anything happen. We're just observing it. And we're observing it in a neutral and non-judgmental way, out of a sense of curiosity, because we want to know, what is this ego thought system all about? What is behind it? What is it made of? What is inside it? Is there anything inside it? So we're just watching. And we're really feeling it. Now we don't want to get lost inside of it. So again, we want to find where it is in our mind and where are its borders. So see if you can find that this ego thought is in a place and it has an edge. So there's a place outside of it, and then it starts. So it starts and stops. Find where it starts and stops. And we're staying with it, observing it non-judgmentally. Watching it change if it's changing, but we're just trying to continue to look at it. And as it fades, we're noticing what's left behind. And that means we're again noticing that we're still joined with the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit knows everything that's going on. So the Holy Spirit is what's knowing the ego thought system right now. And as the ego thought fades, continues to release, we're again feeling that there's the open space left behind and the spacious relaxedness of the Holy Spirit will be coming back. So again, continuing to remain aware of our bodies and the sensations in our bodies. Again, we're going to look at the qualities of the Holy Spirit that's characterized by being aware and knowing everything that we're aware of is known. Just noticing that we can feel the space of our bodies. And as the ego thought subsides, or if it's gone already, we're noticing what's there in the place where those sensations of the ego were. And if we're noticing a spaciousness, that's what we want. So once again, touching base with this open clarity that's self-aware, that is our right mind, without any me or I in it. So this state that we're in right now, joined with the Holy Spirit, since the ego, the I thought has faded, notice that there is no I right now. And you can look in your body and check where it just came and went, and notice that what's there is this clear, stable spaciousness. And you can try to notice that this never actually went anywhere. So this is our natural right mind that was there from the start, and it's here again now. And it's the ego that comes and goes. So let's take a couple more natural breaths of relaxation, breathing in relaxation and letting it fill the whole body, and breathing out any tensions that may have formed. With each breath, we're getting progressively more relaxed. We're feeling our bodies, and we're going to check, is there an I or a me? We can check in the head. Is there an I or a me, or is there just a self-aware space that we know right now? We can check in the chest. Is there a tight, limited sense of a personal self? Or is there just the knowing feeling of our body? Looking in the stomach, checking in the arms, checking in the legs, and again, returning to just feeling the whole body. But not limited to the body. We can also feel the room around us and just feel, is there a personal I or a self outside of the body? Just see if you can feel anything like that. So having looked around a little bit, we want to again remind ourselves what the right mind of the Holy Spirit feels like. And so we're noticing again that it feels very spacious and open. You could say free to move around. Our minds aren't limited to some place or another. Our awareness isn't limited. It's completely open without any borders, without any sense of squeezing or being caged or imprisoned or limited. So having noticed this open feeling again, now we're going to bring the ego thought system back. So again, we're going to say the personal affirmations and really say it as if you were in an important argument, trying to support your personal position, something you feel really strong about, because we really are trying to investigate the core thought of the ego thought system, which is the I. So again, we're saying I, 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 me, 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 mine, mine, mine. And you can also use it in a short phrase. For example, I am worthy of respect. I should be listened to. This house belongs to me. This is my house, my life, my belongings. My decisions. Go ahead and say a couple of those affirmations and say them with energy. My choice, my decision. I know what's best. I know what I want. What's best for me. And now we're just going to go ahead and look at that feeling. We're going to look at it and we're really going to feel it deeply. We want to get to the core of it. So we're going to let it completely come out and we're just going to openly look at it and feeling the sensation of the I thought. So we really want to get a sense. Does it feel good? Or does it feel bad? Does it feel natural or unnatural? Does it feel open or does it feel tight, claustrophobic, uncomfortable? And again, we're just sitting non-judgmentally, observing the ego thought system with a sense of curiosity, wanting to know how does it work and what does it feel like to be in this thought system as compared to the Holy Spirit? Does it feel real and natural, or does it feel wrong and unnatural? And also, we want to see, where are its borders? Meaning, because the the Holy Spirit fills our whole minds, but within that is the ego thought. So find where the ego thought ends and feel that border that it creates. And if you can feel the spaciousness outside of it, that is the Holy Spirit. And within it is this limited sense of me. And while we're investigating this, we can also see if we can feel that there's also spaciousness within the ego thought, because the Holy Spirit doesn't actually go anywhere. The Holy Spirit is everywhere. So we're looking, trying to penetrate, look all the way through and feel to the core, to the middle of the ego thought system, and find that it is within, occurring within our right mind. And as we're watching these sensations, you can notice again that you are aware of the sensations, and that you can be aware of them in a non-judgmental way. Even though they're uncomfortable, the Holy Spirit doesn't push them out. It just knows that there are sensations, and it knows what they feel like. So continuing to watch the sensations as they fade away, letting them fade in their own time, and just being aware, remaining aware of the spacious, open mind that's been there the whole time, that will reveal itself, continue to reveal itself more and more, as having always been there. So we're seeing that the ego thought comes and goes, but the Holy Spirit does not. And we're noticing the natural, open, relaxed, grounded, right-minded feeling of being joined with the Holy Spirit. That should feel natural and it should feel good. Feels right. Okay, so that's it for our practice today. You can go ahead and open your eyes and stretch and move your body if you want.